Hello everyone. My name is Sujata Dusi and I am a customer engineer specialized on Google Workspace from the Google Cloud team. In today's discussion, let's look at how to solve for the future of work, how to reimagine the way users connect, create, and collaborate among themselves. That is where we have seen three foundational premises that have changed over the last 18 months. Users are no longer restricted to a workplace. They're connecting from different devices, different locations to do the same work. And work can be anywhere. And it has also been observed that even post the pandemic, we'll have a significant percentage of users still working remotely and connecting from remote locations. Time is also becoming more and more crucial for the end users. We've seen 20% of the time is being leveraged just to look up for content, and users end up not finding it and end up recreating content. While all of this is one area, users have also been complaining about missing that human connect, which was extremely prevalent while in workplace. I could reach out to any colleague and go for a chat over a coffee, or just reach out to anyone over their desk. But all of these boundaries have blurred with the changing scenarios of the workplace. Now, that is where we want to introduce Google Workspace. Google Workspace is designed to be and functions in a way to be truly helpful for the end users. So imagine a technology that is completely seamless, intuitive, that it feels extremely invisible and helps users in their needs and helps augment their productivity. And that said, Workspace is not an unfamiliar tool. We have over 3 billion users globally using the service. So if you haven't seen our apps before, let's quickly understand what are the different services with Google Workspace. We are looking at three major pillars. One, as to how users connect with one another, be it with respect to email, calendar, chat, meet, and also useful tools like AppSheet, which help you build applications or have any automations or workflows for your end users. Google Currents also helps that social connect within the organization. Not just the connection part, but Workspace comes with multiple services which help create content. To completely have a data-driven approach in your organization and day-to-day work, there are useful tools like Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides, which help you to create meaningful documents, presentations, or even spreadsheets. Google Forms has been used extremely innovatively in this pandemic, right from orders in a grocery shop or capturing surveys. Forms is used everywhere. There are other important tools like Sites, Keep, and Jamboard, which help you with the right team sites, document libraries, or quick notes that you may want to take or collaborate over a whiteboard. And we are extending these services to our ecosystem, which includes multiple partners through Marketplace or build automations through AppScript using AppScripts and add-ons. While all of this was for the end users, there are useful tools and simplified experience that comes to administrators to completely manage the environment, whether from a security standpoint, policy standpoint, or any kind of configuration that they may want to do, whether it is managing users or their end devices or the data that is being created. You have a complete view of the complete information and the organization portfolio and posture through the Security Center, through dashboards, investigation tools that help you perform deep forensic analysis. And Google also helps you with the right recommendations to ensure the best of policies in your environment. Now let's quickly look at how we support you in your business. This is where I quickly want to discuss two personas here. One of a field technician, Ramesh, and who is connecting with different other personas in the organization, like Suresh, the supervisor, Ajay, the HQ manager, and Kabir, the regional head. So let's see a day in the life of Ramesh, how it spreads across these personas. Firstly, Ramesh is a field user, so he quickly starts his day by signing into the services through his mobile. He can access forms, he can quickly look up through the emails, and also find out what is in his schedule through the calendar. He quickly looks up through his schedule and tries to get his work done by capturing information on the field from his customers on Google Forms. All of this information gets collated on the back end on sheets, which can be accessed directly by the supervisor, who can seamlessly create reports and send it to the regional head and the HQ manager. They can communicate among themselves across the field technicians or across the users or a supervisor through chat and quick audio video conversations on Google Meet. All of this without any transfer of attachments or accessing emails with a lot of to and fro of messages. So while this was one persona of a field technician, I also wanted to give you an example of how onboarding processes or training or any kind of upskilling becomes very simple with Google Workspace. I want to give you an example of how at Google we leverage simple forms, calendars, and Meet for our entire hiring process. And once a user is onboarded, that is where right from the training, right from selections, or even upskilling of their skill set, they could do all of it through Google Classroom, meetings with the trainers, and also write presentations and videos that can help them upskill. So that said, it is simplifying the process of onboarding and a user to upskill in order to have that successful journey in the organization. Now, that said, we looked at two personas, but how is Google Workspace different? And how are we helping solve the needs of a customer? Fundamental premises like flexible tools, which help users to quickly access content from anywhere, anytime, is now a reality with Google Workspace. Collaboration just becomes seamless with multiple users simultaneously updating content. And all of this with helpful tools. So with Google Workspace, there is a lot of built-in AI and ML, which helps you with the right help that a user needs, either to create pivots or a diagrammatic representation of the content. The tools are also equally innovative to ensure that users feel that personal connect, which we have seen how it is missing in this remote working during this pandemic. So that said, we've seen how it's done. Now let's get started with Google Workspace. Thank you.